What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown. This is the second video of the day. The podcast has already come out. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It was dropped earlier today at 10 a.m. Pacific time. It'll be that every Thursday, every week throughout the season. But we've got some more news to talk about, and it's not the best news. So as you saw by the title, Gary Payton II is still injured. But before I talk about that, I want to go into some stories from earlier in the day that obviously involve the Trailblazers. So the first bit of news from earlier today for the Blazers is they converted Olivier Sarr's contract into a two-way contract. As you know, Sarr signed that training camp contract along with some other guys, and he is the guy that has stayed the longest and is getting a two-way contract with the Blazers. He's played well this preseason. He's even taken some some backup center minutes away from Drew Eubanks. But just after the news that he got that contract, literally like 40 minutes after, Olivier Sarr was diagnosed with a sprained wrist. So in last night's game, or Tuesday night's game against Golden State, the final preseason game, he had a hard fall, sprained his wrist. He has a timeline of 1 week when he will be further evaluated. So, the Blazers signed somebody that could contribute, maybe get a little bit of playtime, and he's out. So he'll probably miss the first game of the season. Unfortunate, but not the biggest loss, because coming into the season, we had no expectations for him whatsoever. But the big story of the day is Gary Payton II. As you know, he had his off-season procedure on his abdominal muscles, the same procedure that Damian Lillard had, and even Nasir Little had the same procedure, all from the same doctor. But Gary Payton II will be reevaluated in 2 more weeks. He was expected to be ready by the start of the season. I was a little skeptical given the fact that he wasn't playing any 5-on-5 yet. He hadn't played a preseason game. And my skepticism was right. He's going to be reevaluated in 2 more weeks and miss the start of the regular season. So that 2-week window, he'll probably miss the first 5 games at a minimum, and who knows, he can miss more down the line. That's super unfortunate, because if you've already watched our podcast, I was talking about Gary Payton II is probably the X factor for this team, how badly we need defense and how bad our defense has been. I don't think he's going to come in and improve it to make it a top 10 unit, but he could definitely come in and just give us more energy, give us a spark, and at least take us from 30th ranked defense to low 20s. Like a 22nd or 23rd, which again is nothing crazy, but it's a big deal when you're dealing with a team that has been terrible at defense over the last couple years. But his core muscle injury is still not fully healed. He hasn't got a chance to fully practice yet, and it's just another injury for the Blazers. We've been dealing with injuries the last, I don't know how long. We had the Nurkic injury in 2019. Obviously, you missed most of 2020. Zach Collins got hurt that year. CJ McCollum in 2021 when he was having a career year. Last year, it was Damian Lillard, and then just all hell broke loose, and everyone was injured, whether they were or not. But this is really unfortunate, because that means that there is no changes from this preseason team to what we will see come Wednesday night against the Kings. This is going to be the same team that just played the Kings in the preseason game where we lost by 30, no additions, and that spells some trouble for the Blazers. So I just hope that this isn't going to be a lingering issue, because if it is, then the Blazers are going to be in for a long season. That's how important Gary Payton II is to this team, and we haven't even seen him play a game, but I know he's that important because his role is so key for this team, given he was brought in for one reason and one reason only, and that was to bring some defense to the table. So hopefully he just misses this 2 weeks. My guess is he's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks and then have another week. So my guess is he's probably going to miss probably 8 to 10 games. That would be my best guess. But hopefully he is back before anything gets out of hand. I don't want to start terribly and then Gary Payton II's coming in and trying to put out fires, but we're going to need him sooner than later. So hopefully he can recover very quickly. But that's all we got. If you haven't seen the podcast, go check it out. It was dropped earlier today. Like I said, we went over everything from the preseason. Obviously, this was not touched. That's why I'm making the video now. And if you want to buy our merchandise, go click on that little icon in the top right corner of your screen to go check out ripcityrundown.com and support our merchandise. We will be doing a giveaway for the merchandise once again come first game of the season against the Kings. So be on the lookout for that. But while you're at it, go ahead and go support the merch. It would mean a lot. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.